So today I'm going to be going over the airbrush holders that I have in my garage. I'm up to 7 airbrushes now, and not all my airbrushes fit into a particular holder. So I'm going to be going over that. Not only do I think it's important to learn the basics of airbrushing so you can reach your goals in airbrush, but it also helps to have the right tools at your side to help you along the way. And I think an airbrush holder is one of those tools that's really essential for you to have in your garage or your shop. So with that, if you like this type of content, if you find it helpful, please consider subscribing, hit that bell so you get future notifications. Check out all my Amazon affiliate links and my other links down below. Thumbs up would be great. A couple comments, good or bad, really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that, let's get started. All right, so today I'm going to be taking a look at the 2 airbrush holders I have. I have 2 different kinds. I have a 4 airbrush manifold, which I'll be explaining in a second. And then I have the Harbor Freight, I think it's about $10. I've had this one since the very beginning, from day one when I started airbrushing. So it's just your basic tabletop. You can move it around anywhere you want. It has little suction cups. Mine are so dry rotted at this point after 20 something years, it doesn't really stick to a table anymore. But I still love this holder. It's been with me from the beginning. It comes with 2 plastic holders, and it comes with what I call the wire holders. And each of them are beneficial because you'll find out in a minute. I did have a subscriber contact me and say, hey, I bought this 4 airbrush manifold and my airbrush doesn't fit into the holder. So not every airbrush will fit into a particular holder. So he asked me if he can drill it out. Well, I'll be honest with you, I just tried doing it and I snapped it off. I had to go up to a 1/2-inch drill bit to try to do it. It started going through, it caught a little too much. These aren't all that strong, and it broke off. Now, I'm not saying you couldn't get something to hone that out a little bit deeper. And I'll show you in a second how certain airbrushes don't fit it. But this is under epoxy right now. I'm gluing it back on. But the difference between these two are this particular airbrush holder has 4 different turn on or shut off valves for each airbrush. Now, I know a lot of people out there like to use the quick disconnect hoses. I like them too, but I also like this setup. And with this particular setup, you really don't need them, or you really can't have them, because you need an individual hose going to each port. So with this particular setup, you'll need all the hoses. Whereas if you just have this type of setup, you can go with the quick disconnect. Disconnect your hose, take another airbrush off, put it on that quick disconnect, and off you go. So I know a lot of people also like that. So the manifold setup, if you're a quick disconnect user, probably isn't going to be needed or the best. I happen to really like it. Now, getting to what fits and what doesn't fit, well, I also had a subscriber after I did the review on the new Tacoma airbrush. I was saying how it didn't fit into the holder because of the side cup and the pin. And he had a really good suggestion. He just said, Danny said, just turn it around. And that worked great. So there you go. Same thing. And I didn't even think of it. I mean, it's so simple right in front of me, I didn't even think of it. But the Neo does not fit really well into the manifold plastic holders. For some reason, it's just a little tighter than these yellow ones. The yellow one, it fits in fine. Okay, but if it doesn't fit in fine, again, just turn it around. The Neo fits really, really good. Goes all the way through. It's very secure in that particular holder. So instead of going and trying to drill them out like I just tried to do, the simple solution is just turn your airbrush around. And in that respect, these holders will hold any airbrush. The wire holder, and again, I'm not sure if that's the right term for it, but when you have a brush like this brush is never going to fit into one of these little plastic holders. It's just not going to happen. Okay. The front of that brush is just way too big. It's way too thick. Okay, it's not going to fit in there. So this is really your only choice when you have a holder like this. But that fits in nice. And that's where these are useful. I mean, this will hold any airbrush. Okay? And it'll hold it really well. I happen to like these a lot. This is my favorite way to hold an airbrush. But the other thing is, too, with the airbrushes that have the MAC valves on, again, this manifold will hold it, but this is where I probably would like a little deeper groove in it, because it doesn't hold it as well as it holds, a brush that will fully engage. the Mac valve stops it from fully engaging into the holder. I've had one slip out once or twice. Whereas this Harbor Freight one, it fits a lot more secure, fits a little deeper in there. So again, but if this is preventing you from getting, where you're comfortable into one of the plastic ones, the wire option is a really good option. So that's nice and secure. So I do see the benefit in both. I enjoy having both. So you're just going to have to figure out and select which one is right for you. All right, so there you have it. So it really is all about airbrushing, but it really is helpful to have some really cool tools by your side to help you along your way. So hope you got something from this video. If you did, again, you guys know the drill. Subscribe, couple comments, check out those links. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.